The world is full of secret gardens and hidden corners, places that seem to exist only for those who know where to look. But some places are vast enough to hide in plain sight, so immense that their secrets are woven into the very fabric of the land. Kazakhstan is one such place, a land that unfolds like an ancient map, immense and dignified, its stories stretching across centuries. Before I arrived, I knew only whispers of the Silk Road and nomadic horsemen, echoes of a time when caravans crossed these endless plains. What I found was a landscape that sings of freedom, with a sky so wide you could fall into it, and a sunrise that promises new beginnings every day. The steppe stretches to every horizon, where earth meets sky in an unbroken line, creating a sense of infinite possibility. This is the heart of Central Asia, a land that has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, and the quiet, patient passing of seasons that shape its soul. To stand on the Kazakh steppe is to feel thrillingly small, surrounded by the wind's stories and the weight of history, as if you are both a visitor and a part of something timeless. Yet, there's peace here, a silence filled with the rustle of feather grass, the distant cry of eagles, and the gentle hush that settles over the land at dusk. My journey began with a simple desire, to see this legendary expanse and understand the people shaped by its wild beauty and enduring spirit. I came ready to listen, to learn, and to be enchanted by the stories and traditions that have flourished here for generations. With anticipation, I stepped into this breathtaking country, feeling as if I'd entered a grand stage of epic stories, where every step is a new discovery. My adventure into the heart of the steppe and into the soul of Kazakhstan was about to begin, a journey into a world both ancient and ever-renewing. My first taste of Kazakhstan was Almaty, nestled at the foot of the Tian Shan Mountains. The city is green and leafy, with wide avenues shaded by poplars and oaks. Water channels, or ariks, bring the coolness of the mountains into the city's heart. Walking through Almaty, you pass handsome old buildings, modern cafes, and the vibrant green bazaar, a whirlwind of color and scent. Sellers offer tastes of dried fruits, cheeses, and spices, their smiles as warm as the city itself. Zenkov Cathedral, a rainbow-colored wooden church, stands in a leafy park, a marvel of craftsmanship and resilience. Sitting in the park, watching families and children, I felt the city's gentle pulse. Almaty is a gateway, a beautiful prologue to the wildness beyond. The mountains beckoned, promising grander adventures. The city welcomed me with charm and warmth, but the true story of Kazakhstan awaited on the open steppe. Leaving the city, the landscape transforms. The ancient Silk Road stretches out across the plains. I imagined caravans of camels laden with silks and spices, making their way across this land. The grass shifts from green to gold, the sky growing ever larger. We passed ancient burial mounds, kurgans, silent monuments to Scythian princes and warriors. At a gorge, petroglyphs carved into stone depict hunting, dancing, and mystical beasts, messages from a distant past. Tracing a deer's outline, I felt a connection to the artist across the ages. The spirit of the Silk Road lives on in Kazakh hospitality. Travelers are still welcomed as honored guests. This tradition is a legacy of ancient caravans, a bridge between worlds. The warmth and generosity shown to strangers is a beautiful reminder of this land's history. Here, the past is not forgotten. It's woven into daily life. The Silk Road's echoes still shape the Kazakh soul. The true heart of Kazakhstan is its people. One afternoon, we were welcomed into a family's home on the edge of the steppe. Their hospitality was boundless. Endless tea, bread, cheeses, and homemade jams. The grandfather shared stories of his nomadic youth, painting vivid pictures of freedom and connection to the land. The children, shy at first, soon filled the room with laughter and curiosity. In their eyes, I saw Kazakhstan's future, honoring tradition while embracing change. As we left, the grandmother pressed a handcrafted gift into my hands, a simple, precious token of affection. This encounter embodied the Kazakh soul, generous, proud, and deeply rooted in kindness. I left with a full heart, reminded that human connection is the greatest treasure of any journey. In Kazakhstan, hospitality is not just tradition, it's a way of life. Kazakhstan's story includes the powerful chapter of the Soviet era, a time that left an indelible mark on the nation's landscape and its people. The cities still bear its marks. Grand concrete buildings, wide, straight roads, and rows of imposing apartment blocks that stretch toward the horizon. Reminders of a time when architecture was meant to symbolize strength and unity. These structures tell of a time when nomadic life was replaced by collective farms and urban living, when the rhythms of the steppe gave way to the order of planned cities and communal housing. Older generations recall the hardships of forced settlement, the loss of freedom, and the quiet resilience that kept traditions alive, even as daily life changed forever. Songs and stories were passed down in secret, preserving identity through adversity, as families gathered in small apartments to share memories of the open steppe and the customs of their ancestors. Today, Soviet remnants stand beside new glass and steel towers, creating a landscape of striking contrasts, where the past and present meet in every city block. These buildings are not hidden. They're monuments to a complex past, visible reminders of the challenges and achievements that shaped modern Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan respects its history, using its lessons to forge a unique identity, blending the wisdom of the past with the aspirations of a new generation. The nation is building a bright future, honoring both tradition and progress, as new generations shape cities that reflect both heritage and hope. The concrete legacy is a reminder of endurance and transformation, a testament to the strength of a people who have weathered change and emerged stronger. Next to these old giants, new dreams are rising, as Kazakhstan continues to reinvent itself with every new building and every new idea. Kazakhstan is a country that remembers, adapts, and looks forward, weaving together the threads of its past and future into a vibrant present. Its journey is written in both stone and spirit, a living story that continues to unfold with every generation. To truly understand Kazakhstan's soul, you must listen to the dombra, a simple two-stringed instrument that holds centuries of stories within its wooden frame. Its music is woven into the very fabric of the steppe, echoing the heartbeat of a nation. In the hands of a master, the dombra can mimic the thunder of galloping horses, the gentle whisper of the wind, and the full spectrum of joys and sorrows that define Kazakh life. Each strum is a brushstroke on the canvas of tradition. One evening, I sat beneath a vast sky and listened as a musician played. The melodies seemed to paint endless landscapes in my mind, conjuring images of rolling grasslands and distant mountains. The music spoke of love for the homeland, the ache of separation, and the breathtaking beauty of nature. It was as if the dombra itself was telling the story of the Kazakh people. Each note carried the memory of generations, passed down from parent to child, from teacher to student. The dombra is more than an instrument. It is a living link to the past. In a rapidly changing world, this music is an anchor, reminding people of who they are and where they come from, even as cities grow and times evolve. Listening to the dombra was deeply moving, connecting me to the land and its people in a way that words could never fully express. It bridges cultures and generations. The music bypasses the mind and goes straight to the heart, stirring emotions that are both personal and universal. It is the true voice of the steppe, ancient, timeless, and hauntingly beautiful, echoing across the open plains and through the ages. The dombra's song lingers long after the final note fades, leaving a gentle resonance in the air and in the soul. It is the soundtrack of Kazakhstan's spirit, a melody that unites its people and celebrates their enduring heritage. Through music, the nation's soul endures, echoing across generations and reminding all who listen of the beauty and strength of Kazakhstan. Just hours from Almaty, the Earth reveals Charin Canyon, a breathtaking masterpiece of nature. For millions of years, the Charin River carved this maze of towering rocks and deep gorges. The canyon's colors range from cream to deep red, its formations shaped by wind into castles and mythical creatures. Walking among these stone giants, you feel small and awed by nature's artistry. The Valley of Castles is a silent city, sculpted by time. The silence is profound, broken only by wind and the river's distant rush. At the canyon's bottom, the cool, clear water is a ribbon of life in a rocky world. Sitting by the river, I contemplated the power of time and nature. As the sun set, the canyon walls glowed in orange and purple, a spectacular final act. Leaving Charin Canyon felt like waking from a dream. It's a place that fills you with awe for the wild beauty of Kazakhstan. If Almaty is Kazakhstan's heart, Astana, now Nur Sultan, is its bold, futuristic mind. Rising from the northern steppe, the city dazzles with ambitious architecture and vision. Skyscrapers of glass and steel, a golden-domed palace, and the iconic Bayturek Tower define the skyline. Walking through Astana feels like stepping into a science fiction film. The city is a symbol of Kazakhstan's economic success and modern ambitions. Yet, traditional Kazakh motifs are woven into the designs, blending past and future. The Pyramid of Peace and Reconciliation stands as a modern emblem of unity. Astana's contrasts, harsh winters, futuristic comfort, reflect the nation's resilience. Here, Kazakhstan's future is being forged, even as its soul remains rooted in the steppe. The city is a glimpse of what lies ahead for this remarkable country. Astana is where tradition and innovation meet. My time in Kazakhstan ended, but its vast steppe and warm people stayed with me. I arrived with curiosity and left with a heart full of memories. I found stunning landscapes, a complex history, and a culture where ancient traditions meet modern ambition. What I remember most are the people, their kindness, resilience, and generosity. The stories, the music, and the hospitality turned my trip into a meaningful journey. Kazakhstan taught me about the power of connection and the dignity of a people rooted in their land. This country gets under your skin and stays with you. I know I've only scratched the surface. There are more stories to hear, more landscapes to explore. I made a quiet promise to return. If these stories have sparked your curiosity, then my journey has been worthwhile.